Hello everybody, this is Doc Anime Robin. In this video, I will be unboxing and reviewing the Lego set of Source Dragon of Motion from the Ninjago Dragons Rising series. Before opening the set, I want to talk about a few details. Now, the Lego has made many dragon figure in its Ninjago series, and by the time of the release of this one in 2024, it is the largest dragon Lego's ever made. So, and as you can see there, this set is composed of 1,716 pieces. The sheer number alone can kind of tell you how big it might be. And let's take a look at the other side of the packaging. And here we have, so looks like the wingspan of this dragon is gonna be 74 centimeter, and that's 29 inches, and its height or length from its head to its tail is gonna be 63 centimeters or 25 inches. So wow, pretty impressive for Lego, right? Gonna be gigantic. It is only fitting that this dragon's gonna reach such great size, because for those who are unfamiliar with the Ninjago Dragons Rising series, the Source Dragons are a group of godlike dragons with powers tied to the fundamental aspects of the universe. And like her name states, this particular Source Dragon is the Source Dragon of Motion. And not only is she big, they also give her the majestic look with crown-like horns on her head. And like any large Lego set, in addition to the giant figure itself, there's also gonna be several characters as minifigure. And looks like from the pictures showing us here, there's gonna be like a big saddle with a Gong on it and the wolf head on the top here, which obviously gonna be on the back of the Source Dragon. Another detail about this Lego set I want to share with everyone before we open it up is that not only does this set looks big, it's actually kind of heavy for Lego as well. If you can hear that, and let me put it on a scale and show you guys. Let's see. Wow, so that's 4 pounds and 10 ounces. So that's kind of heavy for Lego. And you can probably imagine how much power is in this thing. after sorting everything that is gotten taken out of the box, now there are 5 instruction manual, and on the front cover each one shows you which the bags and their pieces each manual is for, and which parts of the dragon those pieces are supposed to assemble. So now we're gonna start with this first manual, which is the instruction for the bags 1, 2, 3, 4, and obviously I'll start building the pieces from the bag number 1. So now we have assembled the pieces from bag number 1, and as you can see, we have the minifigure of the character Kai, and with his golden blades and armed with like a double-ended staff, which also has blade on each end, and he's got a ninja mask and cool looking hair. There's some extra pieces, obviously for backups if any pieces are missing. There's also a remover, which kind of helps if you assemble any pieces wrong, and this helps with removing them, so you can reassemble them properly. And this is the main part assembled from most of the pieces, which is undoubtedly the core of the dragon's body and her back. Now we'll continue with bag number 2, which apparently which will be continue on by building the pieces onto what we assemble from bag number 1. Here we go. This is what the pieces now look like after assembling the Lego piece from the second bag. Essentially, it made the body we already formed from the first bag looking more armor than it was before. And now let's move on to bag number 3. This is what the parts look like after the pieces from the third bag is attached. Essentially, we build and attach the beginning of the tail here, and it has some minor articulation, as it can turn a little but not too much. And now we can move on to bag number 4. Here we go. So the pieces from the first 4 bags are all assembled here. So again, so it's more build up to the tail parts, and with these parts attached, it's more stable around the tail, so you can turn it a little more steadily. And as you can see, so this section of the Source Dragon is done. Now let's move on to the next menu. And now we are moving on to bags number 5, 6, and 7, and looks like this one are for the front legs of the Source Dragon. These are the piece up parts from bag number 5, and there's a minifigure of Jordana, and this is like the left front leg for the dragon, so which we're gonna put it together by snapping it on. There we go. And now we move on to the bag number 6. So it turns out the pieces from bag number 6 form the identical but mirror parts from bag 5. So bag number 5 was made up the left front leg. Now it's gonna be, this is the right front leg, and now we are piecing it up. Can be a little tricky. There we go. Now we move to bag number 7. Now, from bag number 7, we got the 2 front foot and with claws, and 2 little energy dragon figures with a stand for them. And now I'm going to attach the claws to the arm. There we go. And claws are actually, there's pretty articulated joint here. And with that, we finished the second book. Now let's move to the next one. So now we move to the bags number 8, 9, 10, and 11. And in this batch, we're gonna build the hind legs of the dragon. Okay, so here's what we got from bag 8. This is like the left side of the dragon, and the minifigure of character Aaron. He's got the ninja mask on, just like Kai, and a short sword and the long sword on his back, and the grappler. And this is soft, so can be bent. So let's move on to the next bag. And now we'll be opening up bag 9. Now this is what we have halfway through bag 9, so it looks like the other part of the leg, and now we gotta piece it together. So now the last part, we finished building the hind left foot. So now we're gonna put them all together. Here we go. Here's the left hind leg. Let's try. Can be a little tricky, not easy. That's snapped on. There we go. So now we got the first 3 legs on. And now let's move to bag number 10. Just like from bag A, we got the left side of the hind leg. Now we got the right side of the right hind leg. And now we'll move to bag 11. So again, halfway through the bag, we got the forelimb of the hind leg. Now you have to attach it on. Okay, now we have the foot completed, and just like before, we're snapping this onto the joint. And then attach this in. So here we go. We got pretty much nearly the whole body of the dragon. We got all 4 of its legs and the main body. Now let's move on to the next set. We have 2 more menus to go for the set, and to do them in order, it's supposed to go with this one first for bags 12 to 16, which covers the dragon's head, wings, and tails, and then last for bags 17 to 19, which apparently assembles the Gong and iron saddle that goes on the dragon's back. But I'm gonna go out of order and do this one first because I want to save the completion of the dragon for last in this video. So let's go ahead and start with bag 17, 18, and 19. Here we go, bag 17, 18, and 19. Let's put these 2 away and start with bag 17. these are what we have by assembling the pieces from bag 17. Here we got like a mini figure of Lord Ross. He's a villain from the series. And in here he's also got a hammer, which actually looks pretty nice. And here's like the base of the iron saddle and Gong. Now let's move on to bag 18 here. So here's what we have after we build the pieces from bag 18. It looks more like a throne now, doesn't it? It's got more spiky structures and also more support structure as well. And there's two other features like two set of flames. The blue flames to be more specific on each side, on the left and right here. And now we move on to bag 19. I want to show you guys how some of the support structures are assembled. Now we have this black piece here, and the red one is gonna go in. Then we put another black piece here, and the red one. And evidently we have to make two of this. And now we have both ready, and it's gonna apparently go on either side of the big throne here. Next, we got this piece going on the top here. Now, these two small pieces are gonna come out top here. So now it's lock is being in place. The way some of the big shield or flag are built is we got the pieces assembled and then putting stickers on. So let's see. They come on top. Now we're entering the last part of this menu, which apparently is to build the big metal wolf head hanging the gun and then putting them on the throne here. And it's gonna be built from these leftover, what's the pieces left here. Here we have the wolf head, and then we have to assemble the gong and to attach it to this head. This is a chain for holding the gong. Now it's gonna go under the wolf head. Here. Now the gong is almost ready. Just need to press the center parts into it. Here. And now we hang it on. And there we go. Here's a wolf head hanging the gong, just as is shown on the box. And now we have to build some support structure on the back of the wolf head. Finally, Here we go. This is the song that's assembled from the pieces from bag 17, 18, and 19. And as shown, it is the big song that will attach to the back of the Source Dragon's back. So in bag 19, there's also a pair of chains that it's gonna be used to attach the song to the Source Dragon, because I skipped the completion of the Source Dragon, so this part we're gonna see later. Finally, we're gonna work with the parts from the last instruction manual, which are for bags 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. And again, from is showing this manual, it's gonna cover building the Source Dragon's head, tail, and wings, and a few minifigures there. And now, opening bag 12. This is the first thing assembled from bag 12, a minifigure of a wolf mask warrior. And as you see, there's like a claw flaming arm or wings, and with a flaming sword. And here we have the base of the tail. Now we have another section of the tail. So now the next step is to build the other section, which is identical to this one. So now we have the next two pieces of the tail. So they clip on together like this, and then clip on here. And I was wrong before. This one is not identical to these two. These two are identical to each other. This one is structurally similar, just a little bigger than than those two here. And now we're gonna move to the tip of the tail. So now this section is finished, and we have the tip or the blade of the tail. Now the next thing to do here is obviously simply snap on. now the tail is completed. All we have to do is to snap it on. There we go. It's actually pretty flexible and articulate. And with that, we're finished with bag 12. Let's go to next one. So in bag 13, apparently looks like it's gonna cover mostly the neck of the dragon. Here, one part of the neck is finished. So we're gonna go to the next one. Now, both pieces of the necks are finished. So now we're clicking on them together. This concludes bag 13. And looks like the next bag will be focusing on the dragon's head. Here we go with bag 14. The first parts finished from this bag is another set of mini dragon, flaming dragon figure. And here's the piecing up the main parts of the head. Now we're putting on the lower jaw on. Now, and after a few more pieces to build on it, the head is almost complete. Now, the only things left now is to attach the horns on. Those looks awfully like crowns, don't they? So now we have both the head and the neck finished. Now we're gonna attach all of them together. And finally, now we got almost everything except for the wings, which we're gonna continue work on that. Now, apparently bag 15 has the pieces for one wing, while bag 16 has the pieces for the other one. And now we're moving to bag 15. And actually before that, The membrane of the wings are actually on a separate bag, which will... No, it's actually not in the bag. You have to tear it off the transparency. So now... Now the first part finish from this bag is a minifigure of Wildfire, the elemental master of heat. And so she has a short sword, and with the heat attack elemental parts on her hand, like heat wave. You can. There's also a second heat wave attack parts. You can hold it. It's like holding two heat wave attack on her hand. And now we have the skeletal structure of the wing done. And now we're gonna put this on. And finally, okay, now the wing is complete, and this is gonna be the left wing apparently. And now I'm gonna work on bag 16. So after all the pieces from bag 16 are assembled, again we have this minifigure here and the dragon wing, which now I'm going to complete. Those wings are now complete. Okay, good. So here we go. Got the complete source dragon of motion finally. Now we put the big iron stone on its back. And now this pair of there's some chain that can be hooked onto its neck. So here we have what the complete setup would look like. Let's explore some articulation and other feature of the dragons. So it's got good articulate claws. And as we saw before, the tail is also very flexible. You can use it like if you're making a cutting attack or whipping attack. And unfortunately, it does not look like it's strong enough to maintain a standing up posture unless you got some kind of support on its belly to make sure it doesn't fall. And this figure's neck is also pretty flexible with articulation. So are its leg joints, arms, and the forelegs and hind legs. So overall, it's like action figures, except for you needed to spend a lot of time building it. And beyond that, look at its back. It's got the transparency on its spine barbs. So it's like emulating the feature from the series, like it's glowing with energies. And on the bright light, the wings also like see-through, as if it's flaming or glowing with energy. And since it's got like golden parts of armor over it, it helps to make it look more majestic. So yes, I would recommend for any dragon collectors to try to add this set into your collection. Beyond the dragon by itself, there are also these small dragon minifigures, which kind of makes her like the big mama with a lot of follower or supporter to help out. Beyond the small dragons, we also have a total of 5 minifigures of the characters from series. I don't have much to say about them except they got nice design, emulating exactly how they supposed to look from the series. And the wolf mask warrior, it cannot stand if you had the flaming claw up. You would have to need a Lego plane to set it steady or balance it like I do here with a claw down on the floor. So this concludes my review for the Lego box set, the Swords Dragon of Motion. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any question or comment, please go ahead and post them in the comment section. And if you enjoy this video, please click like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.